In the remote hamlet of Ravenshade, where time appeared to flow at its own leisurely speed, and the ancient oak stood vigil with twisted branches, there was a story that was passed down from generation to generation. It was a story about a puzzling and kind-hearted feline. It was said that the creature, which appeared as a shadow in the night and, with fur as dark as the depths of the forest, possessed the astonishing ability to transform into a human form just at the stroke of midnight. The residents of Ravenshade rarely discuss this enigmatic feline, possibly due to a deep-seated apprehension of the unknown that pervaded the entire atmosphere of the town. However, those who were brave enough to share their stories described experiences that were so bizarre that they bordered on the strange. They spoke of eyes that seemed to see beyond the veil of reality, eyes that glowed with an intellect that was beyond the comprehension of anything that could be considered mortal. Without knowing, Amelia, an aspiring artist who had found sanctuary in the eerie stillness of Ravenshade, had become the protagonist of this mysterious story. While she was wandering through the winding alleyways on a beautiful night, she became aware of a wailing sound that reverberated throughout the silence. The mystery cat, a creature of grace with eyes that contained a spark of recognition, was in front of her as she turned a corner. As the days turned into weeks, Amelia found that she was spending the most of her time in the company of the spectral feline. It was a silent Freen who observed her artistic pursuits with a sagacity that was almost otherworldly. The unexplainable connection that existed between the two individuals went beyond the bounds of simple circumstance, resulting in the formation of a link that appeared to defy the laws that govern the natural world. After then, on a stormy night, Amelia's solitary cottage was the recipient of a knock that reverberated throughout the entire structure. As soon as she opened the door, she was greeted by a stranger, who introduced himself as Samuel. He was soaked and unkempt. Amelia, on the other hand, felt an unsaid unease whenever he was in the room. Under the influence of her anxiety, the mysterious cat underwent a change in form, taking on the appearance of a tall, mysterious figure with eyes that reflected the emerald depths of the forest. Samuel, who appeared to be unmoved by the rapid transformation, revealed a story about being lost in the woods for several weeks, while being chased by an unseen malevolence that lurked in the shadows. As Samuel disclosed the dark truth that the community had been keeping, Amelia listened with a sensation of dread that gripped her. In Ravenshade, there were old spirits that were hungry for the souls of the living, and the residents of the town were inadvertently complicit in their nefarious schemes. Samuel, it seemed, was a spectral wanderer who was destined to explore the shadows because he was caught in a curse. They set off on a journey together with the intention of revealing the mysteries that clung to Ravenshade like an ethereal mist, an ethereal guide through the complex web of mysteries that surrounded the town. The pleasant and intriguing cat changed between its feline and human forms, serving as a guide through the town's perplexing web of secrets. The journey that they took brought them to a hidden room that was located beneath the deteriorating church. This chamber contained a doorway to the spirit realm that was dormant and waiting to be released. The ghosts, who were tied by the murky history of the town, were looking for freedom, and the people of the town unknowingly provided fuel for their ethereal schemes. In the ultimate battle that took place inside the ancient chamber, Amelia and Samuel, with the assistance of the enigmatic cat, faced off against the malicious forces. As the spirits strove to preserve their dominance over Ravenshade, the air was filled with the crackling sound of arcane energy. Through a flash of ethereal brilliance, the portal was shut, and the wicked spirits were exiled to the depths of the darkness. As Ravenshade gradually reverted to a state of uneasy quiet, the mystery cat disappeared into the darkness of the night, leaving behind an aura that was tinged with both a sense of loss and a sense of relief. Amelia's artistic endeavors proceeded with a deeper appreciation of the delicate barrier that exists between the tangible and the ethereal. Amelia's artistic endeavors were forever changed by the otherworldly voyage. In spite of its eerie charm and lingering mysteries, Ravenshade continued to be a town shrouded in secrecy, a spectral reminder that the boundary between friend and adversary, human and otherworldly, was as fragile as the moonlight, flowing through the time-worn branches of the ancient oaks appeared to be. The sounds of the friendly mystery cat continued to linger,